Hey there, I'm Mastin Kipp, founder of thedailylove.com and author of the new book, Daily Love Growing into Grace, and welcome to Daily Love TV. I often get asked the question, Mastin, how do you stay motivated? I publish a daily blog called thedailylove.com, and I was crazy when I named my company Daily Love. I should have called it Weekly Love or Monthly Love or Bi-Weekly Love, but I called it Daily Love. And so the question is, how do you stay motivated to write and to create each and every single day? Well, it's a great question, and I want to talk generally about motivation, because I think motivation is such a powerful topic and a topic that really is misunderstood. And I think we live in this goal-setting society, and don't get me wrong, I love setting goals and I love achieving goals, but achieving goals is not what keeps me motivated. What keeps me motivated is feeling like I'm making progress towards a goal. Let's just say your goal is to lose 30 pounds, right? Every pound that you lose produces that sense of motivation and happiness because you have that progress towards that goal. Generally, people lose motivation when they stop making progress, right? So I think the number one way that I stay motivated each and every day is I focus on progress over perfection. A lot of times people want to get it right. We get criticized a lot here at Daily Love for typos sometimes, not knowing that, we check everything that we can. I'm also dyslexic and have ADD, so it's very difficult for me to copy and check the work, and we have put out so much content that even our editors miss things every once in a while. So for me, publishing each and every day is more important than perfection, right? So the number one way that I stay motivated is I don't have to have it be perfect before I get started. I just want to make progress each and every day. The other thing is I focus on what I can control, right? There are very few things that we can control in life, but I focus on the things that I can control. I can control how I interpret events. I can control whether or not I learn a lesson or not, right? I can control the food that's going into my mouth. I can control these things. So I focus on what I actually can control. And then beyond that, I surround myself, and I've done this since before when I was couch surfing up until now in my life, where I surround myself with people who are further down the road than I am, right? Because a lot of times we get in this mode where we're looking at the people around us and it's not very inspiring. There's nothing wrong with our friends or our family members, but their life doesn't inspire us to become more. But when you get around someone who's achieving, 1 times, 2 times, 10 times what you're achieving, it's like, whoa, like your mind just gets blown at what's actually possible. And to me, that's entirely motivating. So I make it a point to put myself in rooms, situations, seminars, and events where I'm not the smartest person in the room, where I'm surrounded by people who are outperforming me, and that is entirely motivating. Another way that I stay motivated each and every day is I really guard the food that goes into my body. I'm not weighing my body down with lots of toxic food. Very important. As an entrepreneur, as a speaker, as an author, as a seminar leader, energy is very important to me. So taking away the gluten, a lot of the dairy, a lot of the sugar, a lot of the wheat, all that type of stuff is very important. I'm a big believer in the bulletproof coffee, stuff like that as well to kind of get that energy going. But motivation is so key, but we can lose motivation when we're not making progress. And the final thing that I do to stay motivated each and every day, which is, if you take all the other stuff I just mentioned, and didn't do it, but you did this one thing, the rest of it would follow, which is I take a risk every single day. I think that, when we get stuck and we feel that lack of motivation, a lot of times we're stuck because there's a risk that we're not taking or that we're scared to take. And whenever I have a client come to me and say, well, Mastin, I don't know what to do. I want to start a business, or I want to leave a relationship or enter a relationship, or there's something that I want to do, but I don't know what the first step is. I don't really know what to do. And I always go, that's not entirely true. You actually probably know exactly what you need to do, but you're terrified to do it. So my advice is always, well, make a list of 5 things that you're scared to do. What are 5 things that you're scared to do? Now, one of our mantras here at Daily Love TV is that unless you're in mortal danger, right? Unless you're in mortal danger, fear is a compass showing you where to go. I've said this before many times. I want to say it again. Fear is a compass showing you where to go. So if you want to get motivated, make a list of those 5 things that you're scared to do and take 1 step each day towards those 5 things, because it's going to produce this experience in your body called putting your butt on the line, right? And nothing is more motivating than really putting yourself out there, showing up, and having a real sort of pain outcome if you don't perform, right? So for me, I'm always setting a higher goal, a bigger goal, and actually committing to it. And there's bad consequences if I don't show up. And that really motivates me to move forward, right? So if you're surrounding yourself with people who are further down the road, if you're taking risks every day, if you're taking care of your body, and you're really doing the things that you're afraid of, man, you're going to be motivated like crazy, right? But the reality is we got to get hungry. The reality is we got to get our butt off the couch into the gym, off the couch into our business, right? We got to stop blaming the world for our problems and realize that the world certainly is not perfect, but that you can actually become more and contribute more. And by doing so, heal the world of some of its problems. And as my mentor, Joseph Campbell, says, we can't cure the world of its sorrow, but we can choose to participate joyfully in the sorrows of the world. So that's a little bit of sort of clues and tips on how I stay motivated. So my question for you is, if you're watching this video over on YouTube or on Facebook, pop on over to thedailylove.com and below this video, leave a comment and let me know, how are you going to stay motivated moving forward? What are you going to do to really, take your life to that next level? And how would you apply the things I've shared with you? Or if there's some things I didn't share, there's some motivation tips that you have, feel free to have that conversation down in the comments. There's an incredible community in the comments, and you might meet someone and connect with someone and just hear the exact thing that you need to hear. So head on over to thedailylove.com, leave a comment. And as always, and most importantly here at Daily Love TV, most importantly, remember to take action and make it real. We'll see you next time. Can you believe it? My new book, Daily Love, Growing into Grace, is out September 9th. I can't wait to share it with you. To check out all the information on how to pre-order and order the book, head on over to growingintograce.com for all the information.